friends, another Watch Me Work reading. I'm going to use the real Celtic cross this time. If you saw my last one, you're going to see, or have seen, the one I made up, the new version of it. So we'll use the old one. Let's see what question we're going to work with. Let's do something. Let's do this. I'm quitting school, what now? So I don't ever remember how the Celtic cross is laid out, so I'm going to just reference Mary K. Greer's blog here. I'm going to use the, a new deck to me, actually. The, what is this called? The Smoke, Ash, and Embers deck, which I am thoroughly charmed by. Even though I weirdly have no connection to dragons, and I don't usually work with animal decks. I love this bag. Isn't this gorgeous? I got this from Pyramid Books in Salem. I have a couple bags from there, and they're just stunning. Like, this could not be more perfect for this deck. Yeah, the Smoke, Ash, and Embers. I opened this and felt, oh my god. I don't know, it felt like, oh, thank God there are no people, weirdly. Which is funny. So, they're quitting school. My client is quitting school. What now? So, I'm just going to shuffle. This deck shuffles beautifully. I haven't done a review or a walkthrough of this yet, and I think I will, but honestly, the walkthrough and review videos used to get much more attention on my channel than they do now, and these videos get more attention than the reviews do, so maybe you don't want reviews from me, and that's okay. I don't necessarily love doing them. Although it's nice, you know, to show off decks I really like, and this is one of those, so I probably will. All right, so position 1 is the significator. I don't use significators, so we'll just use position 1 as what covers the significator, and it's the Hanged Man. What crosses the significator is the Seven of Pentacles. What crowns the significator is the Three of Pentacles. What's beneath the significator is the Six of Pentacles. So lots and lots of pentacles here. 3 Pentacles cards so far and 1 major. So we know that this is going to be a reading potentially about finances. So in the spread, or the note I'm looking at, it puts 5 here and 6 there, with 5 being what's behind. So I'm actually going to make 5 here, what's behind the querent, and then 6, what's in front of the querent here. And so I'm just going to move this over. And then we get into the tower, or the column, rather. So the querent themselves, the house, hopes or fears, and the what will come. 7 of Swords. All right, let me move this down a little bit. So again, I haven't read this spread since I was, gosh, starting out, really. So I'm going to do this way, because I hate having the cards covered. All right, so what's covering the client right now? Well, again, before I do that, I'm looking at combos of things. 1, 2, 3 Pentacles, Hanged Man, Major, 7 of Wands, 4 Majors, 4 Pentacles, Cups, 1 Cups card. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 Pentacles, 2 Wands, 2 Swords. So we have everything represented here, but not necessarily in equal measure, and that's fine. And it makes sense, right? So I jump in. The thing that's covering our client right now is the Hanged Man. So actually they're somewhat stuck, and they're somewhat stuck because they've gotten themselves in this position. And for some reason, the 7 is actually making me think of seeds not sown. I get a sense of that, the grasshopper who sang all winter or summer, right? Who didn't put anything aside. I don't know why I'm getting that, but I'm getting that with the 7 here. And in fact, they really need to decide what's important to them. But also there's a certain amount of financial instability here. So the thing that's crossing my client right now is that money is going to be an issue, and also deciding what it is that they want to do now. So the question is sort of, I'm quitting school, what now? Well, the answer is, what do you want to do? What are you going to do with your life? You know what I mean? Which is a hard thing for a young person to know the answer to. But that's where they are. They're somewhat stuck, and probably at the mercy of others for money. Hanged Man, Pentacles, looking at where they want to go, what they need to do. 7 Pentacles in life, and also a certain amount of instability. Sevens are an odd number, instability. Although there may have gotten by on luck and may continue to get lucky, not in the sexual way, in the financial way in the coming months. So, but yeah, no, it's a time to sort of figure out and get out of sort of the arrested development, which the Hangman suggests. Like, I think that this client is being somewhat immature. Wouldn't say that, but. So next we're looking at what crowns them. Now this is a thing that's always been sort of a silly thing. What crowns him is the way it's written. You know, to me it's sort of maybe any luck or blessings or, you know, things working in their favor. You know, things that, another way you could do it is what's on their mind. We have the 3 of Pentacles, another Pentacles card. Actually, they are maybe not as immature as I thought, because they really are thinking about where their life wants to go. And they're really, you know, probably being influenced a lot by their community, by others around them, people who are of a like situation. Not necessarily of a like mind, of a like situation, because we're talking about Pentacles here. So they're waking up a little bit about the reality, and that's a good thing. That's good news. They're also definitely, you know, on the verge of maybe something good. Also, you know, potentially lucky. So the 3 of Pentacles here is making the 7 of Pentacles more lucky. Stop turning off on me. 4 is what's beneath him, and this to me is sort of foundational, what sits on top of you. The 6 of Pentacles. This again gives me the sense that they have a trust fund or something. They're being financed by someone else. The give and take of the finances, typically shown in Waite-Smith decks, made manifest here. And also just the balance and beauty of the 6. Like, they're probably actually feel really comfortable, which is one reason why they're probably stuck. They mean to get a little uncomfortable. Turn it off again. Stop doing that. 5 is what's behind him, the 7 of Wands. So, the 7 of Wands. Another 7. Interesting. 7 of Wands. I think they had a sense of where they were going to be putting their energy. I think they had a sense of the mission that they were on. And that's behind them. They're discovering that that's not the case. So what they went to school for, it turns out not to be the thing that they really care about. Now, what's in front of them, kind of where they're heading, is the 7 of Cups. So another 7, all of these 7s, all of this navel-gazing, all of this introspection. There's this now, first of all, array of possibility that the 7 of Cups usually presents. And also an introspection of how I feel about these things. And so this sort of cross around the main thing gives us a very, very strange picture of someone who is both seemingly being kept, but who's also sort of evaluating what's important in their life and how they want to feel. And they're on the verge, you know, they're on the verge of discovery of where life is taking them. That's pretty good. That's pretty youthful. That's pretty much how, you know, being a college student works. You know, that's kind of what everybody does at that age. So what's next is still more wondering and still more growing and still more expanding. Again, my own bias against the sort of nature of this person being a little too comfortable may come into play. But don't forget, I have 2 swords cards here. Another 7. In fact, we have all 4 of the 7s. So that's big, right? That's big 7 energy, BSE. So now 7 is the person, the client, and the 8 of Pentacles, right? So we're getting a lot of, like, in a row, kind of 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands. Oh, no, there's no 3. But yeah, this carries us to 8. They're actually a hard worker. You know, they kind of have their head on their shoulders. So that's good. So maybe they just were mistaken and maybe reading their own desires wrong, and now they have to sort of figure out where they want to go. But they're hard workers, so we're not getting laziness. The 10 of Swords is their house, right? Their home. And this to me is just their immediate environment. And I also see someone who's really mentally burned out here, someone who probably maybe is dropping out of school because they have to. Their home life may be an issue, but this feels a little bit more of an internal situation because of all the sevens. So this is maybe their home is their internal state rather than just what's going on with their parents, say, right? This is internal because we have all four sevens. The only way this reading could get more 70 is if we had like 16, the tower. Is that the tower? And no, that's the tower. And then the chariot, for example, like anything that added up to 7 in the majors. But we're about as 70 as we can get staying in the minors. And also there are no majors in this reading, and so again, this reminds us that this isn't quite. Oh no, there is a major, the Hanged Man, but it's only one. All right, so we have a sense of home, we have a sense of him. And I've just made him a him, I guess. 8 is hopes or fears, and it's the Three of Wands. And it's an interesting thing here, too. Very, very appropriate. I love doing readings like this, even when they're fake. I feel like the cards answer the question so well. It's kind of crazy, and I just find that so exciting. Hopes and fears, both of success and failure, of like getting where we want to go and not getting where we want to go, which is, again, a very youthful thing. And so the outcome is the Seven of Swords, the final 7. The 7 is the cap. Because swords are so cerebral and engaged and aware and smart, I think it's going to be okay. You know what I mean? I think, in fact, he may end up going back to swords school, after deciding what's really important. And maybe getting a little creative about what school looks like and what they're going to put into it. But, I think they'll be back in learning anyway. But I would say that swords kind of are a more formal learning. Every other suit is maybe less formal. Wands have a learning capacity too because they are so creative, but it's going to be much more formless. Fire is more formless, I guess, which I guess isn't really true of air, but whatever. Air being a mental and cerebral quality gives us the nature of a student or a formal kind of education. They have a lot of self-searching to do, a lot of soul-searching to do. All of these 7s. I can't remember the last time I had all 4 of a suit in a spread. I mean, all 4 of a number in a spread. So I love this. I love this so much. And this is just a gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful deck. I think, stunning, stunning, stunning. Yeah. I'm just pausing to admire it. Definitely one that will enter the rotation. I can't remember the word repertoire today. The repertoire. So, anyway, that's me reading the Celtic Cross, which again, good answer, right? Texas is secure this way. I'm very hard on this deck, on this spread, but I think there's easier ways to get a good answer. Actually, fuck it. Let's do the same reading using these same cards, but in the 9-card box. Because there's 10 cards, so we'll just use the 10th card here. I don't know if it'll let me riffle this view. Not really. So I'll be careful because I don't want to damage this beautiful deck. So one card will be kept out of the reading, and that is going to be interesting too, right? The card that doesn't make it into the reading. All right. So again, I'll cut the cards just right there. And so the card that gets left out is the 7 of Cups. And so now we have a reading with no cups in it. Right, so this gets put away. Or maybe left to the side, for some, who knows. Let me zoom in a little bit. So how would I read this? I'd connect the 10 of Swords with the Hanged. So 10 of Swords, Hanged Man, 7 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands. 10 of Swords and the Hanged Man. This is a person who is stuck in their burnout. They are really, really exhausted. And in fact, really wondering how much they have left to give. And so we get a very, very exhausted person here. 7 of Swords and the 7 of Pentacles in the top row with the Hanged Man. The 7 of Pentacles was connected to the Hanged Man in the previous reading because it was crossing it. And so this just amps up that feeling of being stuck, stuck in our heads, stuck in the life that life has handed us. And just sort of dwelling on that, right? The sevens now become fixed by the hanged man. And so they are navel-gazing, they are internal, but they're stuck there. We can't stop thinking about it. The reading has a slightly less seven-y quality because we took the Seven of Cups out, but we'll keep going. So really, they've definitely burned themselves out, and they're stuck there. The Eight of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles in the middle row here suggest that this person has been working so hard that they really just need a nap before they can come back to life. So this is a phase where they actually need some rest. The Seven of Wands in the bottom row gives us a naturally creative person who's sort of creative to their core and really feels at their most purposeful in life when they're using that. And so the problem being they have no energy left to give because of that Ten of Swords. The Three of Wands knights to the Seven of Swords, which means that they do need rest, right? The Seven of Wands to the Three of Pentacles, they'll get there. They will get there. The Eight of Pentacles, knights to the Three of Wands. You'll be working creatively again. So really this creates a whole other spectrum where we're really looking at their emotional and mental state. The Hanged Man means that they, with the Eight of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands, has made that they've been working the same way, creating sort of a rut to the point where they actually worry that they won't be able to do it anymore. The Seven of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles gives us a very anxious fear of not being able to come through it, but they will. And the Seven of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands says once you're dedicating your work to stuff that really lights you up and is really important to you, your energy will come back. So very different answer, right? But it gives us more information. And that's another thing that you can do. You know, you can start with a spread, then shuffle the cards that were in that spread and do a whole other spread. You know, there's no rules about this stuff. You get to make it up. You get to do whatever you want, right? So do it. Screw it, you know. That just gave me a better, certainly as a reader, a more emotional response, a more internal and connected response to my client than the Celtic Cross did. And in a way, like, both readings were fine. You know what I mean? This gives me more of a sense of who this person is. You know, and the answer, again, is sort of the same, which is that you're going to come back to the work, but only once you're doing what's important to you. The other reading gave us kind of more information about what was going on in their life, because that's what the positions ask for. So anyway, just an interesting thing. If the Seven of Cups were to be sort of off to the side here, this may be just, I feel like it's a motivating factor, right? Like you have to narrow things down. You can't do everything in life. You can't feel everything in life. You have to kind of choose, you know, and you have to choose what's important to you. So that's that. Hope this was interesting. Take care. Be good. We'll talk soon.